What is up? What is up, everybody? It's Bird Game 31 with OG Wade. How you guys doing today? Welcome to episode 1 of Philadelphia Eagles OG Call. How you doing today, my brother?
Man, living the dream, man. Peace. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, Eagles Nation. Welcome. Episode 5 of OG Calls with your host, BG31 and OG Wizade in the building. How you doing today, my guy?
Peace, brother. What's good with you?
I'm doing good, man. Another day to talk to Eagles football. You know, it's another day to get on this mic and tell the truth about our team, man.
Yes.
I know we missed a week, but tell me, how did you like that Miami game? The Eagles ended up 6-1. We beat those Miami Dolphins, and we stopped them on that, that track team over there got stopped with the blunt force of the Eagles.
It was a good win. A lot of people, I didn't need that win to make me understand and know who we are, but the world needed it. So I'm glad they got what they wanted. But to me, it wasn't that impressive to me in terms of, I don't think Miami's that good. You know what I'm saying? I think that Miami played a lot of bad teams, and whenever they played a good team, which was only Buffalo, they lost, and they lost poorly. You know what I'm saying? So before I can really take credit for beating a team of their caliber, I need to see them play, this Sunday. I need to see them play another game, because even the Patriots wouldn't be a measuring stick in terms of how good they really are. You know what I'm saying? I need to see them play some competition like we on our way to do, so we'll push the pause button on that. But overall, in terms of what I seen, I was very impressed with it. I think Jalen Carter just continues to amaze. I mean, to wreck an O-line the way he wrecks an O-line, bro, and it's dangerous. I told you before that it's damn near criminal, you know what I'm saying? Because he put the ball out the game, just on the pass rush. He just bowled him over, you know what I'm saying? So it's something to be said about that. I like the way that I was very impressed with Sean Desai, man.
Yes.
To come into a game like that and to make the adjustments on the fly. It wasn't like he waited till halftime. Like Jonathan Gannon, we would have lost that game because we lose all the games against the better quarterbacks. And then he probably would have been 70% completion percentage against Jonathan Gannon's defense. So the fact that Sean Desai had the wherewithal and the ability to adapt to the speed and to adapt to what the movement and what they were trying to do to us was impressive to me. My brother said to me, he said, "Listen, man, you see what Miami do? You see all that movement, that motion?" He said, that makes defense. I said, bro, all it does, once you realize that it's smoke and mirrors, now you don't have to move to that beat. So when they do all that motion, just stay where you at, because really they trying to see what you're going to do. And that's what's going to tell them what they're about to do. So if you just stay put. Now, if there was a team like San Francisco don't motion for no reason, for window dressing. They do it because that's the staple of their offense, and they're trying to get a certain coverage out of that. Yeah. Miami don't do that. Miami do it just for window dressing. They already know where they want to go at. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to be able to see. inside the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that we was able to get that victory though.
Yeah, how you grading our boy the Duke?
Oh
No,
man, the
Duke
Duke
didn't.
was outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to understand that yes, he's got more turnovers this year than he had in whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay with it, but I'm okay with it to the fact that we can't have it both ways. You can't say this year our record ain't going to be as good because we're playing better teams. You can't say that and then don't expect Jalen or the Duke to play, differently in a situation like that. It's not going to be like it was last year when we were up 2 touchdowns in every game. You see what I'm saying?
But
Why?
Jalen even stated though that we're actually better. And look at this, we're better on
Hmm.
offense this year than we
Right,
were last year at this
right.
point. We're actually doing better. The only stat that we are worse in is the
Well, I
turnover
think
margin.
what I'm responding to. I don't. Do you listen to WIP?
Yeah, whenever I can. Yeah,
Right. So I'm responding to what's being said on the radio in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? They're like really up in arms about his turnovers. He's like leading the league in this and that. Bro, we 6-1. You see what I'm
right.
saying? That's the only damn number that matters to me. I always told you I don't deal with numbers. I leave that for the amateurs. I leave that for these football talking heads. Don't give me numbers. Give me what the hell is that win-loss column say? That's
Right.
the only number that should matter to us as a fan base. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty to see a guy that don't throw many interceptions, but people want when Jalen first came in, one of the knocks on him was that he holds the ball too long and he doesn't throw with anticipation. He waits till receivers get wide open and then he throw the ball. So now you see him developing into this great quarterback, elite style quarterback. And in order for him to become that, he has to do what y'all said he needs to do. Throw with anticipation. Well, guess what the throw with anticipation means? That means you have to trust that that receiver is going to get to that spot that he needs to be at, like we did in practice. You don't take into account us as a fan base. We don't see, well, the defense also has a job to do, and that's to not let you get to a certain spot. So there's
Right.
navigations that has to go on, and so the game has to be played out. So if you ain't big enough or know enough about this game to sit there and examine it and develop it into your own understanding, then you shouldn't be talking about football. You should probably just go drink a couple Bud Lights, smoke a couple blunts or whatever, and just have yourself a good time. Because this ain't the game for you.
Yeah, like I tell everybody, man, like you even said, like I go if we win the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts threw 20 interceptions in the Super Bowl, but we won it. I'm not gonna care about those 20 interceptions. We won the Super Bowl. It's about wins in this league. And right now, if you look at it, Jalen Hurts is one win away from tying all time wins against, teams above 500. So it's not like this guy's just getting wins against nobody. It's like he's getting look at all these old guys that are on this list. Greasy, Testaverde, Manning at 12. Jalen's 11.
Mm-hmm.
He's only been starting for what? This is third year starting. And
Yeah.
he's already on this list of active stream, like wins above teams over 500. So that says it all in his most. And I even said it before last week. That Jets game, I go, we lose against teams when we play down to their level. When those teams that we're supposed to beat and destroy, that's when you might see a hiccup by the Eagles. But whenever we play these elite teams, man, the Eagles win it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? They get up for those games. They go out there and they handle their business for those games. Last year's Washington. This year, it was the Jets. But that's the only two losses the man had in the last 2 years of football.
Yeah.
Two
That's
regular season
crazy.
losses. Period. Nobody else in the league right now can say that. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody else. The last 2 years, you lost two times.
Yeah, that's
And
outstanding.
fluke games too. Like, even a lot of Jalen even said like a lot of these turnovers this year is like they're fluky. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like that, tip ball into, pick six. Like I feel a little different if it was just like, horrible mistakes, like where you're just like, wow, what were you doing right there? They're not really that horrible mistakes, like, wow, that happened. But
Yeah.
you're not like, wow, Jalen, why did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're more like, wow, I can't believe that just happened.
Right.
So the Duke is doing his thing, man.
There's a stat. There's a stat out there that that's being moved around on the internet now, and it came across the radio to say that that Jalen Hurts has 11 um, would be turnovers, or somehow turnovers could have been turnovers. Bro,
Uh-huh.
you know how many quarterbacks you could do that shit with? You know what I'm
Everybody.
saying? Like, if you playing that position, so you mean to tell me that if Jalen throws the ball, like that touchdown he threw to A.J. Brown, which was outstanding,
Yes.
when he had two players there, right?
Yes.
That was a could have been a turnover, right?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me that that play is not a special play because it was possible that the player could have intercepted it? Come on, give me a break. I mean, here's what Jalen is so great. He got these talking heads digging down into ditches and creating takes and stuff that, like,
Right?
I have never even heard of this one. Would have been turnover.
Could have
Like,
been turnovers.
what the
How many
hell
does
have
he
you?
have? He got the most would have been turnovers. Are
Yeah,
you doing this for every quarterback? Because every quarterback, every game got the
yeah.
most would have been turnovers, man. Like,
PFF that came out with this stat, man. It's called, I guess it's called probable turn, something where it's like it could have been a turnover. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, bro, seriously, that tells you how big of a loser that you are, that you have to put this shit on the internet. You actually sit down and you jot that down. Like, what are we doing here?
You
We're
must be
playing
bored.
football. This
You
is
must be
football.
bored.
Man, it's crazy, man. This kid can't win for losing,
For
man.
nothing. He ain't gonna ever. They ain't gonna
No.
ever give it to him, man. But him and his boy right here, they get
Yeah.
doing something really special right now. These two guys right there. You seen that dime? It wasn't a touchdown, but when he launched that thing in between both of them defenders and AJ came down with, I was like, what?
Boy, that was crazy.
That was awesome.
And while getting hit too. You know what I'm
While
saying?
getting hit.
While getting hit, knowing he was going to take the hit. How about the other play that he got flushed out of by Bradley Chubb and
Yep.
was able to just flick that thing out to AJ? Man, bro, this dude is on a whole nother level. And Tyreek Hill came into this game being the sensation of the NFL. He was leading this. He was a possible MVP voter getter, right?
Right.
Now AJ outdoes him. So AJ's numbers just as good as his, right? So now
Yes.
what y'all gonna say? I don't hear
Yeah.
y'all saying AJ Brown is gonna be the MVP.
Yeah. I think what's the numbers here? I guess got that. AJ is oh, he's about what's that, 97 yards,
Yeah,
less. But he's a more complete receiver, man.
right,
Like this
right.
guy's doing damage. Look at this. He is player of the week this year. I
Mhm.
mean this week with 10 receptions for 137 and one. This guy's on pace next week, this Sunday. If he gets another 125-yard game, he ties the record for most ever by a receiver.
Which you know he's going to get.
Yeah, again. Well,
Yeah.
I thought about it though. Washington is kind of more of a Devontae Smith type game. Last time it was more of a
It could
Devontae
be.
Smith.
I know Washington just benched their rookie corner, that one that was talking all that trash. He
Oh
got
yeah.
he got benched in the last game, so they're not starting him.
And
So
do you think how do you feel about that though? Like, because say he does go out and he does get the 125 again, right? Now he's in elite categories, becoming that elite receiver. Like, do you think it happens again? He has the record, right? Do you think if this is a continuous pace that you might see some griping from a guy like Smitty?
well, if you're concerned about that, then you're concerned about the wrong things. But because I think that Smitty, in his deep, obviously he's a competitor and he wants the ball. So
Yeah.
naturally he's going to feel some kind of way. But to turn it into a gripe, I don't think that Smitty would do that. I think they're professionals, and I think that they would be willing, and they'd be quite honest with you. Smitty had opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't take advantage of. It's not like Smitty's being shut out. He's getting his opportunities, but he's got to take them and do what A.J. Brown is doing with him. A.J. Brown is catching the ball, and then he's getting the yak after that.
Yeah.
He's going out and getting tough catches. Smitty has to turn
Bring
it
him
up
out.
and do the same thing. When his number is called, catch the freaking ball and then try to break some tackles. But you got to understand what type of game he has. His game is not like AJ's, and that's why we're so good as we are, and we're the best in the NFL, is because we have two ones that basically are built differently, that does different things, and that is special. So you can't really take nothing away from the Eagles. You
Yeah.
can't take our pass away. You can't take our short game away. You can't take our long ball away. You can't take our run away. You can't do nothing. The only thing you can do is come out and give us your best, and hope
Hit
that
me
your
with your
ass, your
best
best is good
shot.
enough to win. That's all you can do.
Huh. Facts,
I'm
man.
not
Facts.
I'm not apologizing for being this good.
But
So
I'm just
that
saying, like, all of us, I know, especially me, particularly, like, I want to see these guys stay together for a while. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like you said, they complement each other. They're two totally different receivers that
yep.
complement each other. Like, and yes, AJ's becoming more of the star, it seems like, but it's like he could also not be the star, too. You know what I'm saying? Smitty takes over games, and he's the star some games.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, in terms of money and contracts, when it's time to re up these guys, you
Smitty
know,
gonna get his money.
if there's some kind of gripe, I feel like eventually one of them will end up leaving and the other one will end up staying as
Well,
opposed to
like I
keeping.
said, Smitty's going to get his money, and his contract is going to be bigger than AJ's. AJ's contract is what it is right now, so he's getting $100 million. So he's locked in right now and there. We're not really ready to redo his deal or anything. And matter of fact, his deal might get redone, and how we just going to bring that number down and just give him more money up front. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but Smitty is definitely going to get his money, so we ain't got to worry about that. Howie's already prepared for that, and that's why we got Fletcher Cox money coming off the books next year.
Yeah.
I do believe Kelsey's number will come off the books next year. I don't think Kelsey should come back or will come back after we win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think he'll be done after this one.
Yeah. Brandon's money is going to be off the books next year. So we're going to have, trust me, we're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? And Howie knows, I trust that he knows how to work them numbers out. And right now, we just need to be concerned about stacking them W's, man, because we had this conversation before we even had started, and you asked me what you think our record will be in 9 games, and I said 9-0. So I was one off.
Hey, 17-0 to prove it otherwise, my brother.
Yeah, yeah,
17-0 to prove it otherwise. That's how I always feel.
yeah.
To be honest, like I said, I thought when I said at the beginning of the season, I said I thought we were gonna go 15-2. And I was like, well, it'd be a team that we weren't supposed to, wasn't supposed to lose to. That'd be and then one division game, which sometimes the division team beat us.
Right.
And it was the Jets, but I was thinking of the Jets with Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't really thinking of the Jets without Aaron.
Right.
So it still ended up happening. But we know, like you said, we got the king of the cap, baby. How it rolls. We go get your king of the cap shirts from the print champs, the one that brought you the Hurts season hats. We got the king of the cap. They are flying off the shelves. Make sure you go get you guys one. Descriptions in a link. But let's talk about Howie and what he brought to this football team since the last time we talked. I don't have it up here. Where did Julio go? But let's talk about Julio. Julio had what? He was in for what? A handful of plays. He made one catch. He's just got in a couple of days earlier, learning the playbook. Do you think the Eagles offense will start, featuring Julio Jones?
He's going to play a lot more this week. Nick Sirianni just did his press conference about 6 hours ago, and he stated that obviously he said because we're playing Washington, we ain't trying to give too much out, but you're going to see him more. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of him getting the catches, he get open and his numbers called, I'm sure he is. You know what I'm saying? Jalen will get him the ball. So
he's already in Jalen's head. Remember that pass to AJ? He's like, no, I swear to God. I thought he was Julio. I thought you were Julio. How you been playing with AJ with number 11 for this long? And all of a sudden you thought just because he's on the team this week, number 11 was Julio. He's like, yeah, your legs. You look so tall. You look so tall. He ain't that tall. He ain't that tall.
He was saying that he looked just like Julio used to look when he was in his wearing that 11, running down the field. He said, man, I just threw that shit. You know what I mean? I was like, I got to get that to you. Yeah, that was a hell of a catch, though.
He said, so what do y'all think he's going to get before the end of the trade date? Be honest, what do we need, man? Like I'll say, listen, these are just players I wouldn't mind having. Like I wouldn't mind an unselfish Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
One is just chasing the ring right now. He his motor's not the same he used to be. He's not the back he used to be. He is still one of the greatest backs of all time. And I think him and Gainwell will be a better 1-2 punch. I mean, him and Swift would be a better 1-2 punch than Swift and Gainwell. And then you leave Gainwell to be your Clement for him. the first Super Bowl. You know, the guy that comes in and gets those sparing plays. So that's one guy I'll do. And then other than that, like, I'm not really worried about any other position right now.
My wish list is to get Derrick Henry and also to somehow do a deal for Patrick Surtain if we can get him from the Broncos.
But you think we need him?
Yeah, we can use him because at this point he can go into the slot
Until next year.
the next year.
But what about all the young bucks we got? You know, we got that young
That's
bull
cool.
Rogers that's supposed to be playing
I'm
next
just
year.
saying that
You know, Rick played great. You know, like
I'm just saying that's wish.
I
That's just my wish list. It's not something that
feel like he'll be a starter on the outside.
yeah, it's not something logically that I would, you know, if I was thinking about doing it, no, that wouldn't be the move that I would make. But just as a wish thing, I you know, because I like
it is still good because next year I do believe one or two is not going to be there.
Well, I
Slay
don't think
or
neither
Bradbury.
one. I don't think neither one of them going to be here. To be honest with you.
They both of them going to go.
Yep. Yep.
Huh. That'd be rough. That'd
But
be rough. Both of them in the same season.
We solid there at that position. We ready for them young cats. They getting they wigs clean right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be nice. You know what I'm saying? But I think that I think after we win the Super Bowl this year, I think Slay will probably move him in some type of trade. You know what I'm saying? Bradbury, the same thing. I think, you know, and then we can, because we already got their players, their replacements already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We go out and get Patrick Surtain. You know what I'm saying? That's something special.
He is good though. He is good.
Yeah.
I'll give up Bradbury in the first round for who? Derek. That'd be good.
No, not no first round for Derek. No.
You should, like, you know.
I'll give up like a 4th or a 5th for Derek. You know what I'm saying? He ain't.
You really think they would trade him for a 4th round pick?
Yeah, because he ain't got. I mean, you got to understand he is a running back. So, and he ain't no young puppy. So he ain't. No, you ain't got to give up no one for him.
A third.
His
those good players they get the respect in terms of the trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, people trade a little bit more than they probably should just off respect.
Not necessarily, not for that position. You know what I'm saying? If he was a young running back, if he was Jonathan Taylor, that's something different. You know, even we weren't even giving up a one for Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, he's saying for Patrick Surtain.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bradbury in the first.
I think they would want more. I think they would want 2. They would want a number one this year.
If you gave him Bradbury too?
Huh?
If you gave up Bradbury in the first?
Yeah. You would give up a first. You would give up a 1, okay, for next year, and then you'll have to give up a 2nd round pick the following year, and then it's going to be 3 draft picks and a player for Surtain.
But Bradbury's all pro.
I understand that by title. let's not kid ourselves. You know what I'm saying? By title, yeah.
All right. But now we got a whole new secondary in the back end. Look at that, baby. Number 31. I like the way it look on him.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way it look on him.
Yeah.
Number 31, man. Kevin Byard and Reed Blankenship is back. These guys went to the same college, I found out.
Yeah, and they work out together.
Yeah. So tell me how you feel about this pickup for us on our defense.
Love it. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, we needed someone in that defensive backfield that can take the ball away. We definitely needed that. So we needed that. We needed a safety that can cover tight ends, and he damn sure can do that. This kid is durable. He's never missed a game, you know, because of injury or anything like that. He's still young enough. He's the perfect safety for us at this stage. Perfect.
Yeah, I say the veteran part of it is really what helps us out.
Yeah.
We like Reed, but is he there yet? He needs a little bit more time.
Yeah.
We like Sidney, but is he there yet? No, not really. You needed that veteran back there that was a stud. This guy's a 2-time All-Pro. You know, this guy's a stud. Like, I think he had like 93% coverage grade since like the 2000s since he's been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
this guy is one of those studs out there. Any later, it is a big guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's from Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yes, he
That's
is.
another big thing. You see the way the players that are from Philadelphia when they come back home, they play better here. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, and he's happy to be. Hey, he's happy to be 6-1, baby. He's like, yes, definitely
Yeah.
feels good to wake up 6-1 for sure. So, what were the Titans this year? They're like 2-4 or something like that.
Yeah. They definitely got
Bad,
2 wins.
yeah. So I think he said he'd be the general on the safety spot. He's an awesome pick of our corners can do awesome awesome pick so our corners can do their job. Yeah, facts.
Hmm.
The corners need to do their job. Slay and Bradbury can give them a little bit more, leeway, because if they mess up, they got a veteran safety back there that can help cover their mistakes up
Yeah.
in that aspect.
They had Brandon Graham called in on the show today, and I was listening to how he was receptive of having him there, and he said just the fact that he's a vet, man, out on that practice field already, he's making a difference. He said the communication is clean. It's he's even having input on
Uh-huh.
certain coverage and how they're going to bracket and everything, bro. That is awesome. You know what I'm saying? We didn't went from having our back end of our defense being the weakest part of our defense to
Yes.
now it's evenly yoked.
It's
Now
balanced.
the
Sure.
back end of our defense is solid. Once we
Yeah.
get if Roby comes back and now you got vets in all four of those positions.
Ooh. When Roby come back,
Yeah.
slot
And
corner.
so basically
Yeah.
Reed is going to be the youngest one in the backfield.
Yeah. You don't need one of them young bucks to go run around and hit people.
Yeah.
What up,
So
Richard? Yeah.
I'm loving it. I can't wait to Sunday. People thinking this is going to be a close game. This game ain't going to be close. I knew
Run.
when we lost to the Jets, I knew exactly that we were going to win and win big against Miami. I knew that because I know how Philadelphia is. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We were playing home. It was at night. We were coming off of a bad win. A bad loss that we didn't have to lose that game. We lost that game because we didn't run the ball. Any game that we run the ball in, we win every game.
Yes.
Any of them.
How
Any
do you
of them.
feel about that? Because I feel like even last game, we didn't give Swiss the ball enough.
No, and the reason why is because, and I was talking about this on the radio today, is that we have to understand that we're playing better defensive fronts. Miami had a good defensive front, so you're not just going to run the ball all over them guys. The Jets, they got a good defensive front, so you're not going to run the ball all over them guys. So if it all matches up. You know what I'm saying? The key is, are you able to win in another area when they take this away or they try to make this hard on you? Are you able to adapt and to win in other ways? That is the difference between us and the rest of them. If you take away Kelsey from Patrick Mahomes, you beat them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're one dimensional. So I already know how we're going to beat them. And we got the kid, we just brought him in. That's how we're going to beat them. We ain't got to double him now. We can man Byard up with him and
Right.
and play our regular defense.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
got to
we're
think
good.
about that down the road. He definitely gonna help out for a lot of some of these good tight ends we're gonna be going.
Yeah.
Eddie said, Opeta is horrible, and
Oh my
that
God.
is another thing about the run game. They showed the stats that our run game since
Yeah.
Jurgensen went down, man, has been trash.
It's ironic, and I just got done explaining it to you. It's really not because of Peta. It's because of the defensive fronts that we're playing, that we're going up against. But Opeta is horrible. You know what
But
I'm
what
saying?
about when Jurgensen in there? We're running against good defensive fronts too.
Not
Okay.
necessarily. Yeah, no. We remember our run really slowed down when we played the Redskins. When we played them, we didn't run the ball really well, which is expected. You're not expected to run the ball against good defensive fronts. I want people to understand that. What that's supposed to do is that they put the energy in stopping you on your run, but now you have to take advantage of them in the passing game. So it works hand in hand. We got to understand that just because we're the Philadelphia Eagles and we're the best team, don't mean that you're going to dominate other teams just like that. You have the all the ingredients to win in a multifaceted of ways. That is the specialty about having the best team, because something will get taken away from you. You got to understand there's other great players in this league. We're not the only team that have great players. We're not the only team that have a good defensive line. We just have the best goddamn defensive line, but we ain't the only team with a good defensive line.
Hey, Washington, what, 4 first-round picks?
Man, come on, man. You talk to me. You
Five
know what I'm saying?
first-round picks.
Yes, come
That
on.
front seven.
Yeah.
Hey, right now, what? Swift is still third behind Zach Moss. He's not that far behind. You know, he can still
Don't
lead
even
the league.
numbers there, bro. I don't deal with it. I don't, because first of all, Swift is sharing the carries with 2-3 other running backs. So all that, you know what I mean? That shit don't mean nothing. We're 6-1. So I don't know what them other teams that you just showed what they are. We 6-1.
We 61.
Yeah. So you take that one.
What up, Grand? Yeah, man. So, but I do feel like, you know, I felt a little bit like they're trying to save him a little bit
Mm-hmm.
too, because it's not that the carries weren't out there. Like when I say Swift need the ball more, it's not that we're not running the ball enough. It's just they giving Gainwell a little bit more carries I would like, as opposed to giving him to Swift. And like the playmaking is just different. You know, when Swift got the ball, he's more electric than the Gainwell. You know, like, and I feel like he should still be the lead dog and getting all these carries. You know, I feel like they use him in the first, then kind of come back to him in the fourth, and then sprinkle him in the second and third.
Yeah.
You know, I think he should be.
I think they're using it correctly. I think that they're saving Penny, to be honest with you. I think
or if Swift gets hurt, right?
Huh?
For if Swift gets hurt?
No, I think that they're saving Penny for after the bye, because I don't know about other teams. We're getting ready for the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. I understand what people trying to say, oh, we're going for it. No. Make no mistake about it. We're getting ready at the same time we're stacking wins. We're getting ready for the playoffs. That's what we're getting ready for. So all these players have to be healthy. Jordan Davis, they say, got hurt in practice today. I don't buy that, not for one bit. Jordan Davis is getting a week off.
Dude, I said that.
They want him
Nick's
to be
been giving these guys extra bye week the whole last 4 weeks.
They want him to be ready for that.
Yes.
Trust me. There ain't nothing wrong with Jordan Davis. Believe that.
No,
yeah.
I've been saying that. It feels like he's just been giving these guys extra bye weeks.
Yeah.
Remember that just hurt, right? And then the Phillies won the game, and he's in a damn clubhouse, jumping around, freaking acting like, you know, he's partying with the Phillies at a baseball game. He's supposed to be hurt while the Eagles are playing the football games. Like that's was an extra bye week, and that's smart, man. And when you're 6-1, you can do things like that. You know, hey, this guy's hurt.
I mean, these guys,
okay, you're gonna be out.
And they're young guys, so they want to. You got to be, you know, you got to be real. You know, you got to not gentle, but you got to be smart with them. You know, and make sure that you don't wear them out in the, you know, in the early part of the season, because all these players get nicked up and they wear down, especially the guys coming from out of college. They're not used to this NFL flow. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're doing the right thing in how they handling them.
Yeah. You can't be passing it 50 times though. Got to stay balanced. I believe that.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I'm all with that one there. The balance you got to be balanced, you know.
Yeah, he believes that too about the extra bye weeks. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what he's doing for sure. Like keeping these guys healthy and fresh for the long haul. And plus, you know, so whoever gets next week's bye, you're gonna have a bye right after that. That's gonna be the guy that's, you know, maybe a little bit more dinged up. How do you feel about Jalen Hurts and his knee?
I think he hurt that knee. I believe it was I think it was in the Redskin game. It might have been the Rams game. He tweaked it. I seen he tweaked it in that game, and I was concerned about it then. But he's not one to really show it and let you see. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not overly concerned about it, especially the fact that he's been playing with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I'm not. No, as long as he got that arm, he can throw that ball. That's what we need him doing. I don't want him running any damn way. So, yeah. So I'm
Oh yeah,
cool.
you like
Yeah,
the run.
yeah,
Run, Jalen, run.
yeah. So, and I know he gets out when he needs to. So I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? As long as it ain't an injury that he got to get surgery and that's gonna hold him out of games and all that. I'm not, bro. I ain't overly concerned about that. You know, all of these quarterbacks was nicked up in some point.
He's not on the injury report.
No,
That's
no,
all that really matters, right?
yeah,
So, and
and he
then
wasn't he
practice with
wasn't
Roby.
limited practice or none of that stuff. So, we good.
Yeah, the only one that missed practice was Roby. Now, what happened to his shoulder? So they said he might be out one more week, and then he'll be back too.
Yeah,
That's when we get him back.
I heard it was a shoulder sprain.
Because this defense right now is what we are fifth in pressures this season. Fifth in pressures, that's not bad. And one guy that's leading the way, and I know we're not playing. It's hard to stay on topic when it comes to the Commanders, but Michael Parsons and the Cowboys are next. And I know you heard him say we're gonna get to that a little bit, but look at this, man. He's not even doing better than Josh Sweat, baby. Sweat versus Parsons right now.
Mm.
Tackles 19 to 20. Pressures 30. What was that? 20, 37 to 31. Quarterback hits 14 to 11. Sacks 6 to 5. Forced fumbles 2 to 1. So not only he's not better than our best, a linebacker like Hassan Reddick, he's not even doing better than Josh Sweat right now.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I already told y'all how I feel about Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? When he goes up against good O lines, he ain't that special guy. So everybody want to tout him up to be the next Lawrence Taylor. Go have at it because he's not. You know what I'm
So
saying?
do you think Sweat is underrated?
No, no. I think Sweat is properly rated. I think he's fine. He's got to get. You know, he's actually doing what we said he would do. We said that Sweat would have a good year this year. So
Uh-huh.
he's right on par with.
I mean, by the rest of the league or like other fans, like he don't get all like when you hear the D line, you're hit right now. You're hearing, our boy, the rookie Jalen Carter. You're hearing about, Hassan Reddick. It's very rare that you hear someone be like, "Hey, Josh Sweat's that dog." You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? That Josh Sweat's that dog. Dude, I feel like he still is getting underappreciated by the
I
rest of the
think
league.
that if he turns his game up, then he'll get that.
He
You
got
know,
6 sacks.
huh?
He got 6 sacks.
I'm
That's
okay.
pretty good in 7 weeks.
I like him. You know what I mean? But I'm just I see splash plays coming from Jalen Carter. Hassan Reddick is getting a lot of splash plays. Sweat is fine. He's on par. He's on pace to do what he needs to do to be able to for his play to speak for itself. Put it that way. You know.
So OG right about Penny. When the winter comes, the team wish they can do run the ball. Yep.
Mhm.
That is it. In the wintertime, you just run the ball. That's probably when you will see a lot more Penny. But that's why if you trade for Henry right now.
Yeah, we just gotta be smart about it. I'm just excited to see what Howie's going to do. Howie really ain't got to do a damn thing for me right now. No, we
You
good.
don't really have to do nothing.
They don't have to do a damn.
Anything else would be a cherry
I
on
said
top.
that we needed a safety. I actually wanted two safeties. So the fact that he gave me one, but the one he gave me, the caliber that he is, that's as good as two of them. So I'm
I
good.
know it wouldn't happen, but what if Howie gave 2 first-round picks to the Cowgirls for Michael Parsons? Because obviously the guy wants to play in Philly. He's
I
been
would.
wanting to play in Philly for a while now. He wants to play football in Philly. The guy said the Eagles are the best team in football, hands down, being truthful. But ever since this man was drafted, he's from Penn State. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The Philly guy. He wanted to play Philly. Would you give up 2 first-round picks for Michael Parsons to come to Philly and play linebacker, not defensive end, but
right.
linebacker?
Let me say this to that. I don't mind. I guess I would give up 2 first round picks for Micah Parsons. But here's what the problem is. Micah Parsons is on his way to being the highest paid defensive player in the history of the league. Okay. We're not willing to do that. We're not in a position to do that. So Micah Parsons, at the end of this year, he will become the highest paid defensive player
If
ever.
he ends up defensive player of the year.
No, no. He's going to be that, even if he's not defensive player of the year. He's going to be paid. His contract is going to render him to be the highest paid defensive player in the history of the NFL.
We got Howie though. Howie can make it
No,
make sense.
no. We already listen. We got Jalen is 200 million. AJ's 100 million. Devontae's going to be 100 million. Bro, we tap it right now. That's why we ain't going to be able to sign Reddick. You know,
What?
we're not going. Yeah, we're not even going to be able to re-sign Reddick.
If they would bring Reddit back?
No, he's out.
But every year they said the salary caps would go up like 25 mil.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, that's when Howie rolls, man.
You got your O line. Listen, bro, you got the O line to deal with. You got
You gotta go
Dallas.
back to the trenches.
Yeah, we got stuff to get done. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
yeah,
most of the good players, what they were signed for most of Jalen's contract, except for the last year of his contract, I think. So
yeah.
that we're in year one of it, right?
Okay, there. You know what I'm saying? But my
3
point
years.
is that a team can only afford to have two players making 100 million. You know, you can't have 3 and 4 players making $100 million. It's not practical. It's not even doable. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I
When you
would.
think about it, though,
Huh?
if we both said, I mean, you said that
And the other
next
thing,
year Bradbury be gone,
yeah, but
Slay
Dallas.
will be gone. You got young,
Listen,
undrafted players that ain't getting no money.
we don't even have to have that conversation. Dallas will never do that. So Jerry ain't going down. Jerry loved that kid. He's the face of the Dallas Cowboys right now. That's the reason why he's not signing Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott will be on another team next year.
And that's trash.
Yeah, yeah.
But money aside, you would do it, but
Yes.
we can't afford to do it. Is what you're
Right.
saying?
Yes, I would love to have him.
Have him and Dean together.
Yeah, I would love to have
Woo. I'm saying, like, I feel like Howie can will and deal something for the next 2 years while these guys are all under contract, and you can get them on there for like a 2-year deal.
him. Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. You know, I just feel like Micah wants to be an Eagle.
Yeah, I know he do. And
I feel like deep down inside, he wished the Eagles drafted him.
yeah,
And he wished he was playing in Philadelphia in that midnight green. And every time he watches get another player, it makes him sick to his stomach because it's not him. And he's
Yeah.
like, bring me home, guys.
Yeah.
Bring me home, guys.
and he got us being the number 1 team in the NFL,
The
right?
number one team. That was. I heard someone say on Twitter today, like, I don't care what player on the Eagles said that. If players on the Eagles said that the Cowboys was the number 1 team in the league, they would cut him.
Oh,
How he needed to cut him straight up that day. He said, I don't care if it was Jason Kelsey, you cut him. If you said the Cowboys, your arch rivals, were the best team in football.
Yeah, you can't say that. I think that was a little shot at Jerry too, because I don't think that Micah liked the fact that Jerry said that the 49ers was better than them. You know what I'm saying? So I think
back and forth with Jerry. I can
Yeah.
see that.
yeah, I think
that.
shot at Jerry too. And I'm telling you, their locker room is really not good right now, because Dak has something to say about it too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he says some little slick shit, but he said he don't give a fuck what nobody, you know what I mean? So yeah, that locker room is a little on ice right now. They might need a little bit of sweet tea up in that joint. You know what I mean?
The sweet tea. Hey, the Eagles 6-1, the Chiefs 6-1. Who's a better team?
Our 6-1 is legit. Let's be honest with ourselves. Name me a team that the Chiefs beat, a good team.
Who has the Chiefs even played for real?
The best team that they beat was the Jaguars, and Jaguars aren't that damn good.
They're pretty good this year, right? They
They
got them rolling.
I watch them. I don't just watch Sports
ETN,
Center and ESPN.
really?
I actually watch the game. I watch because I like Doug. You know what I'm saying? They not that good, you know. So I'm not giving the Chiefs that number 1 spot. We get that number 1 spot. We are the best team. We got the best team on paper in terms of personnel. We got
RG3 agrees with you. He said
right.
Eagles number 1, KC number 2, San Francisco number 3, Baltimore number 4, and the Miami Dolphins number 5 from RG3. A former Reds commander. Well, he was a Redskin, but yeah,
Yeah, but
I
I'm
think
with
he had it right there. That's right. I don't even still know how even the Niners get so high all the time. Like, oh man, I don't
Purdy
know.
got Purdy got exposed in the last 2 games.
Trying to be Jalen.
Yeah, yeah.
He ain't Jalen Hurts.
He gonna try to do the quarterback sneak, man, and got a damn concussion. That's crazy.
But I do
This,
like the fact that players are starting to come out now and say that they don't think it should be banned. They actually give respect to the play, because not
right.
everybody can do
They,
it.
they see how difficult it is to run that play.
They try and miss and try and miss.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta wait. I can stop it. If I was the defense coordinator, I know how to stop it. If you
What
want me
submarines and bombs over the top?
no, you want me to tell you? Here's how I would stop it. I would call a timeout and I would bring in my offensive lineman. And then I'll put our D lineman behind their offensive line. Take off the safeties and take the linebackers out. And that's how I would play it. Now the linebackers I would take the corners and the safeties out and put 4 linebackers in there to be, but I would put the O-line, our O-line would be on the front line because they are accustomed to, blocking like that. Defensive linemen is not, they're not used to doing what we're doing to them. You see what I'm saying? So if you take go get another O-line. Now you weight wise, you equal. So actually you're going to be heavier because we still got our receivers out there, our running back out there. You know what I'm saying? Here you coming in with their whole entire O-line, which is 5 guys, and then you take your D-line, which is, 4 guys, and you put them behind the O-line, and then you push. That'll stop it.
But we got plays off of it. We'll do a pop real quick.
Okay, I'm just saying, I would stop. That's how I would stop.
I'll make you throw the ball. I'll make you make an option play on that one.
Right. That's how I would stop that play.
You got a question here, OG. He says, how do you feel about all these guys speaking their feelings on these podcasts? From Mrs. Ash.
I think it's okay. I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. I think, of course, I get upset with Slay because I don't think Slay is really good at verbalizing. You know what I'm saying? I don't, he says some shit that pisses me off because I got a problem with Slay's play. So I'm not going to keep that a secret. You know what I mean? I think I'm very clear.
He just got the pick, man.
Yeah, I don't Slay's
and
play.
He called it. He said, we need a turnover. He went out there and got the pick.
It is what it is. I mean, this one play that pissed me off in that Dolphins game, it was a 3rd and 18. He allowed the kid Wilson to go up, catch the ball, come down, and get 2 feet down. What the fuck is you doing, bro? What he's supposed to do? First of all, he forgot the rules. The rules is you can force out. So when he up in the air to catch that ball, Slay was supposed to catch him and just drive him out of bounds. Don't allow his feet to come down. Slay sitting there watching the fucking man make the catch and get 2 feet down. That's just stupid. He's not a smart guy, man. Slay just know how to play. He's not a thinker, man. And that pisses me off because it's going to end up hurting us like it did in that game. That was a 3rd and 18.
He said that same shit.
Fuck, I mean, I'm just saying, that pissed me off, man. Fuck that fact that he got the interception on. No, that's one play. You did good there. But that play didn't have to happen. They could have been off the field, and the ball could have been back in our hands. Can't do that shit, man. That's going to hurt us in other games. That can hurt you. That's a kill play. That's a kill shot.
But I feel like he comes up big against big receivers. Like,
man, come on, man.
Ain't no big receivers did nothing against it. Like Tyreek only had 80 yards, and he wasn't even on him the whole time. But he only had 80 yards against it, man. Like that, he ain't did that all year long.
Listen, McLaurin ate his ass up. Okay, in that game.
The first Washington game this year.
Huh?
You talking about the first Washington game this year?
McLaurin ate his ass up, man. I mean, what's the name? Ate him up. Jefferson ate him up this year. Come on, man. We ain't. That's not. Don't make me start talking down about my boys.
Oh man, you are. You like, I like
Don't make me go in on our boys.
it. Sometimes you need to hear it. People
Yeah,
need to hear it too. People need to hear it too. We can't be just always praising these guys. We gotta talk about what they do bad too.
yeah.
What they
Because
do bad too.
his his techniques just it irks me because I know how to play that position. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and I know if a receiver goes up in the air to catch a moth, try to moss me, I'm catching him and I'm just taking him right out of
Straight
bounds.
to the ground.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
You
You
want to jump up there like an idiot?
go up, come down, get 2 feet in, and you just sitting there like watching. What the fuck is you watching, dude? What the fuck is you looking at? That's your man.
That's your guy.
Yeah, that's you, bro.
Eagles fans say he don't trust Slay or Bradbury, and that's one guy I think he's been getting burned more than Slay.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Bradbury does get burnt, but he's in position. He's like there, like he just need a couple of more things. Like and in that game, that touchdown at Tyreek Hill was not on Bradbury. That was a quarters coverage there. The safety, which was Brown at that position, he did not get over there quick enough.
The time.
As a safety, your job is to not let Jesus behind you.
Facts.
Your job is no fucking body behind you. That's probably the easiest damn job on the field, other than sprinkling water in somebody's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All Brown has to do, you can see Tyreek Hill screaming down the field. So the moment, if I'm a safety, and I know I got Waddle on the other side, and I got Tyreek Hill here, I'm shedding to Tyreek's side.
Facts.
That's where I'm going. Okay, now Waddle, Slay going to have to be man up over there. I'm going to help out on Tyreek. If Brown had done that, that play would have been intercepted or knocked down. The way that Tua throws like Cam Newton throw. He slings. So a quarterback that throws like this here, when you tight shoulder, that means you're in control of when you're letting that go and where it's going. But when you're a slinger, you got one thing on your mind: get that ball in the air. That's a terrible quarterback play. And any safety and corner should be able to play that ball. You ain't got to always pick it off. You could have just knocked the hell out of Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? As the ball was coming there, it was there for the making, and they didn't make that play.
Yeah, he looked wide open to me.
You go and watch that on tape, you're going to see that Brown should have been able to get over there and help out on that. Bradbury was dependent on that. He's playing underneath him. He's in the back pocket where he's supposed to be. He did nothing wrong in that situation. And then Edmonds, he's a damn. I'm glad we shipped his ass on out here, because he got to be the dumbest.
It was a heartbreak, man. I thought he was actually do good on our defense.
Yeah, I didn't, because he didn't do good any damn where he's been. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah. So I'm glad we got rid of his ass.
What else we got here to talk about here? Do you think the Eagles are about to get the sweep on the first team in the division? I want to sweep everybody in our division. How do you feel about it? You think that Wash could do what they did last year? We get one win and then they pull off some BS win again?
No, this ain't going to happen, bro. When you look at, even if you look at the last time, see, I hate keep involving the refs. The refs allowed that to happen. Okay, first of all, they called Cunningham when that was a fourth down. They called Cunningham on a pass interference. When you look at the play, he didn't interfere with that man. So that down would have been over. We would have got the ball. We would have kneeled the ball down. Game would have been over. Let's not sit here and kid ourselves. And then on fourth and whatever, there was 1 second left on the clock after we defended the ball into the end zone, before Sam Howell got up and on fourth down and threw the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. So all that stuff that went on in that game will not go on Sunday. Okay, so take your little, that was your props there. Get that one.
You almost beat us in Philly.
We're going to tear
that. We're about to beat you in Washington.
Yeah, we're going to tear that ass up down there. Believe me. and it ain't even going to be close. It's going to be worse than the Dolphins game.
Woo! Well, yeah, it
Yeah,
should be
I
a
smell
budget.
40 burger on this one.
Howie got these new players, right? All these are some of the best trades they say Howie made for players on our team. At the end of this season, which one do you think will have the biggest impact? I know a lot of people might say, Brown. It could be Swift. The only one I think on this list you probably wouldn't say is Slay, since he's in your doghouse.
It's
Or
already
is there any other trade player that Howie has that you think could be by the end of this season the biggest impact?
well. Number one, AJ Brown is his best trade. Okay,
Okay.
that's number one. I think Byard is going to turn out to be the one for this year because it's a need. You know what I'm saying? And then he's a dog, so he's actually a legit player. So it's not like he went out and got us an older guy that was just on his last leg or anything like that. This is a dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's going to pay dividends to us for our defense.
And I'm going to have to go with, I still think we have not still seen the best of Swift. I think there's still big games that he's on. Like you said, too, everybody know when it comes to the cold season, it's about running that football.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see some monster games from Swift.
Yeah.
Running that ball.
I wouldn't be surprised if he be that guy. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm just telling you, what I know about this kid. You know what I'm saying?
They called it bad play on the brotherless when it was Kelsey's arm. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, they called us offsides.
Yeah, but they know that. They trust me. They know what they're doing. They did that because the coaches and everybody was complaining about it. So they went on and called it anyway. Just get it out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Still one time.
So we did the same damn thing on the very next play.
Very next play.
So
I remember we talked about this earlier too. Like that's demoralizing to the team.
Yeah.
We did that 5 times against these guys?
Yeah.
Like how?
They did it. They had Dallas Goedert was mic'd up on that.
Yeah.
And Dallas was like, man, y'all don't know it's coming, man. Seriously, you didn't know what was going to happen.
I mean, it was like, yeah, someone stood up, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's funny to me though. I laugh at it when I see it.
Because that's just crazy, man. That play, it's probably the greatest play we ever came up with. Like,
I'll tell you what, we benefit.
It's the quarterback sneak.
We benefit off of that play a hell of a lot, even in the
psychology. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, I think
that 2-point conversion that we got came off of that play in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So we winning on that with that play. So that play.
We'll do it from 2 yards out too.
Right, exactly. Like on third down and stuff.
Yeah,
and we want to do the same thing on fourth down. Shit, if I was Nick Sirianni, I'd do it on third. I'll do it on second down.
Second and one. Go ahead.
No,
because I think it has a psychological effect on these defensive players.
I would run that damn play on 2nd and 6 or 7. And just see how much you get, and that's going to get you closer to on third down. You probably have 1 yard to get, and then you turn around and hand that off to Swift. I would do it on more downs.
Eagles fans, Albert Breer tweeted the Eagles have put Barnett on a trading block. They want another off-the-ball linebacker, and they're looking at Jordan Hicks. He said Patrick was saying, but a high price tag. He got a high price tag.
Yeah, I would love Jordan.
I don't know who we got Patrick. He going what? He's in his third year now?
Yeah, but I would love Jordan Hicks.
You want Jordan back? He hadn't done that since he left us.
I would love to get him back. Yeah,
I'd start him over Morrow or Cunningham or Dean.
Say that again.
You start Jordan Hicks over either one of those 3 linebackers we got right now?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, you mean just to have him on the team?
I'll put him in the rotation. Yeah. We're running a linebacker in rotation. We're doing something different. We're not, we got our linebackers, they rotate. And no team in the league is doing that right now. So I like doing that.
What's up, fellas? OG is right. A cornerback is allowed to force the receiver out of bound. What happens to make a guy pay for something like it? Yeah, yeah, we went bad. Yeah, he's mad at Slay about that one for sure.
Yeah, I
What do
would
you think
like.
are going to be the biggest challenges this up and coming game against the Commander? And like you said, I know he said it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be like a straight blowout, start to finish. We're not even going to think twice about the game. It's just going to be a total blowout through the game. Or do you
Yeah,
think they have some firepower where they can get us a little bit?
here's the problem right now. Um, Washington is trying to get their coach fired. So
Rivera?
yeah, they want Rivera gone. So they want Eric Bieniemy to take over in term. So Washington they're not playing for him right now. They checked out. They checked
Done
out.
deal.
Yeah, so we're gonna spank that ass on Sunday. We're gonna help Rivera. We're gonna help River Ryan Boat.
And what they say, like, Hal been sacked the most in the NFL this year?
Yeah, and he gonna get sacked a whole lot more on Sunday too.
What's more impressive to you? Jordan Davis's 3 sacks, but run stopping abilities, or Jalen Carter's? How many he got? Like 4 or 5 sacks? Four
Yeah,
sacks.
I would say Jordan Davis because it was unexpected. Yeah, Jordan Davis.
And he's still doing his job that everybody expected him to do.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he manning them, you know what I mean? So Carter, I think we all expected Carter to do what he doing.
Yeah.
That was the surprise is Jordan Davis getting to the quarterback as much as he getting to the quarterback. We already know he's a run stopper.
Yeah.
But to be getting to the quarterback the way he's doing that's impressive. Yeah.
But that's the reason why I told everybody that his sack numbers will be higher than what most people thought, because everybody comes off the end.
Yeah.
Where, if you got Reddy coming off one end, you got Sway coming off the other end, the only place the quarterback can go is up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He can step up in that pocket.
Yeah.
And Big Ben, we've already got the center like 4 yards in the backfield already. So he's like, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You're like a Pac-Man when he get big. Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. I'm going to gobble that up. I'm going to gobble that up.
Yeah, they going hunting.
So give me some hot takes for this game. Like, give me some things you think will happen for sure. You said a lot of sacks. You got a number for those sacks. How many sacks that the Eagles gonna get?
I think we're gonna have
offensive player of the game and a defensive player of the game.
I think we're gonna have 6 sacks this game. I think we're gonna score on our D lineman is gonna score on a fumble, pick up a scoop and score.
Come on, Jordan Davis. That'd be so awesome to see his big self.
I think Davis he ain't playing this year. I'll be this week.
Oh yeah, he's not playing.
No, I don't think they're gonna play him.
Sweat there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Carter. Carter gonna get a scoop and score. Yeah, and then the other hot take is I think AJ obviously I don't know if you want to call it a hot take, but let's just say Devontae Smith gonna have a buck 30 receiving.
And AJ gonna have how many?
AJ should have about 115.
Oh, he's not gonna break the record to 125?
No, not if Devontae have 130.
Okay.
Then again,
that's a hot take though. Yeah. AJ don't get the record this week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
What about Hurts though? What Hurts numbers looking like?
I think he's gonna have about 325. About 325, 4 touchdowns.
I like it.
4 passing and 1 rushing.
He said Hurts had 3 100-yard receivers in this game.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be
Goddard too's been stepping up. How you feel about Goddard last couple of weeks?
Awesome.
He's stepping up good.
Yeah, he doing what he doing his thing. You know.
Do you think he can finally at the end be at least number 2 tight end in the league?
He should already be that now.
Some people still have Kittle there or Andrews there.
I mean, it's not. That's not a bad. You know, they all in that same. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit there and say that Dallas is getting robbed if those guys are ahead of him. You know, I think it's at the 4 is Kelsey, Kittle, and Andrews and Goddard. But I don't have Andrews over Goddard. I do got Goddard at the number 2 because I think he's a better receiver than Kittle. Kittle is more of a messy guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't really. Kittle's nice. You know what I mean? But he ain't. You know, he don't really move me like that as a tight end. He may be somebody else's cup of tea, but he ain't. He don't do it for me.
Do you think Goddard could ever pass Kels?
That's going no, because
Now why Kelsey's playing?
using Kelsey as their number one receiver. So that's why that will never happen. If Kelsey was just being used as their tight end, yes. But no, Kelsey is their number one option. He's their number one receiver. Dallas Goedert is a third fiddle. You know what I'm saying? He's a third. He's after Devontae. So
Yeah.
no, that could never happen.
He just, but like the Hurts and the running touchdowns. What about Goddard, his run blocking ability? You know, because that's why Kittle's kind of up there. Kittle says he's a great blocker.
Dallas run blocking is better than all four of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
you don't think he ever get up there? He do right though. Kelsey gets too many touchdowns and too many yards to do that.
He's already a Hall of Famer, bro. So I mean,
Goddard's working his way up there to all pro. All pro.
You gonna sit here and play? You know, I ain't gonna play with myself with that one. You know what I mean?
Goddard's patiently waiting. He's showing up. Love when Hurts gets him the rock. Yeah, facts, man. He's good. Like you said, number 2 or 2 through 4, basically, is what you could put Goddard right now.
Yeah,
I put anywhere in that range is what you're saying. Like
I put him at
number 2, and I think he's number 2 too, behind Kels.
Because understanding, he's still the third.
Because Andrews is number 1 target for Lamar.
Right. All them other guys are 1 and 2s. Goddard.
I don't know. Kittle's kind of in the same 3 now.
No.
Right? Because you got Ayuk, Debo.
In front of Debo in the first progression, and then Kittle, and then Ayuk. Remember, Ayuk is just starting to come on. Ayuk ain't always been doing what he's doing. So let's not, no, let's not do that. And then
let's not do that.
yeah, and Debo is just another tight end for real. He's a scat back. Debo ain't no real receiver. You don't see him running no real routes like that.
I don't think they're using him right this year, man.
They are. He's just been found out. I mean, people know what he do. You know what I mean? You ain't really got to worry about his route running. You know what I'm saying? He's just a physical guy. That's why a lot of his stuff is short stuff and it's behind the scrimmage stuff. You don't see Debo making plays down the field like that. No, that's not. You know what I mean? We got to keep this thing a buck.
That's true. He rarely ever gets. The playoffs start today.
San Fran got exposed. They're over. It's over for San Fran. I'm telling you, they're not even winning their division.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, Seattle will win that division. I'm telling you right here. I've said it at the beginning of the season. I told you that. The only thing
right now, if the season's ended, this is your playoff. Which team's not making it? You just said San Fran's not going to make it?
No, I'm saying that San Fran is not going to win their division. Dallas is not making the playoffs, period. I told you that. You know what I'm saying? Tampa Bay, I don't think Tampa Bay is going to hold on. I still think the Saints is going to come up and take that over.
So it'll be the same. So Tampa Bay, Dallas are the 2 teams you probably don't think are going to hold out.
Right.
I like it. I'm surprised Atlanta even right there. For real.
Atlanta ain't making it.
Yeah.
No.
They ain't going to ride through. That's just if it was today. And those 3 are all in the same division, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, and the Saints.
Yeah.
So they said that they're going to have 2.
I got the Saints winning the South. I got Seattle winning the West. I got Detroit winning, their division, and I got us winning the East.
Detroit's actually playing some good football, man.
Yeah.
And they get some players back, and they're starting to look really good out there.
You go and look at my quarterback list, and you look at my playoff, John. I'm on the money right now so far. I had Jared Goff. Everybody was taking him. I was crazy and all that. I'm telling you, I told you Jared Goff would be doing what he's doing right now. So, and I just need Patrick to fall back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For me to be on point there.
Look at Twiz. He says, Julio gets 2 red zone touchdowns. The defense gets 10 sacks, 3 picks, 1 taking it to the house, baby. That's what's going to happen this week. That would be crazy to see. That would be an awesome game to watch.
Yeah, he's smoking at Mike Tyson, too.
He's smoking that Tyson.
He got that Mike Tyson.
What do you think about it, though? 10 sacks against it. What was the record? Did we have the record against Carson?
Yeah.
Carson, what was
Yeah.
it, 9?
Yeah.
So he said we get one more than that. So that's not that far off.
No, ain't that far off.
The 3 picks with the 10 sacks now.
Yeah.
You know, some of those sacks will come over turnover downs. There's going to be less offensive possessions. And Julio 2 red zones, that's not too far-fetched. Because I think that's where he's going to get he can get the majority of his stuff is in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Like in that slot, you know.
Also the middle of the field. That opens up a whole lot with us. Because you got so much that you have to defend. You got to worry about Goddard coming off that line. You got to worry about Smith doing a crosser. You got to worry about AJ streaking. I mean, we got a lot going on there.
So I guess my hot take is going to be Jordan. Well, you keep saying Jordan's not playing. I keep forgetting he's not playing this week. He get his bye. So I got to think of another defensive guy. Okay, Josh Sweat gets 3 sacks this week to go to 9. Okay, that'd be 1. The defense, Byard, he gets a pick. So we get 2 picks. Byard's going to get 1. And I say Big Play Slay's going to get another pick. I feel like he's about to start heating up for the season in terms of turnovers. So that'd be that. I think Jalen Hurts gets his first 4,000-yard game coming. Keep saying that until he do it. That's always going to be my hot take. I know he never needs to have 400 yards a game. He gets real close to it. But I want to see it happen, goddammit. And if you're trying to get AJ that 125 and Smitty needs his yards and Goddard wants his yards, then you get me that 400-yard game, Duke.
Let me see.
So I would say that my 400-yard game is what I really want to see Jalen Hurts do.
It would have to come against a bad defense. That's
Well,
where that's
what
where
is the bad secondary, right?
no, that's where when them kind of numbers are compiled. Like but Mahomes got his against the Chargers. When we play the Chargers, he could probably have his first 400-yard game there.
But I mean, like, you know, you think about it, they're good. Commander's good up front, so that's just stopping the run part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The back end can get toasted.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is that we run the ball more than anybody than these guys. You know what I'm saying? So in order for him to throw for 400, you got to be pass heavy. He got to pass the ball for 47 times or more.
You think so?
Yes. That's how you get them numbers.
With an AJ,
No,
you can throw a 5-yard slat to AJ. He takes to the house.
You can't get them numbers on those 35 passing attempts. Those attempts come, those yards come when you passing the ball 47 to 50 something times a game, you know, in a game. That's how you get that number.
Well, I don't ever want him really throwing the ball over 40 times. So.
Exactly. So no.
But I want to see him do it. Just to say he has a 400-yard game under his belt. You know? But I like all the little things like you can't say about my quarterback no more. You know? And you can't say he can throw in the pocket. He's done that. You know, run, he's done that. You know, he's done a lot of things. He won football games. He's done a lot. But that's still one thing he has not done, and that's a 400-yard game. Yeah. I just want to see one. I just want to see one, man. What do you think score prediction going to be?
42-13.
Whoa!
42-13.
You know, mollywopping out of these boys.
Letting Dallas.
Now, you're talking about, and Julio Jones gonna get some time at the end of this game. The whole quarter, we talking about that.
That's letting Dallas know. Here we come. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Bring that ass. Yeah.
I know next week's gonna be so lit, guys.
Bring
I
that.
got a lot of good content creators on that Cowboy side that are ready to come up on these all week long. We're gonna be dropping them on different shows and everything. Like it's gonna be awesome. It's kind of boring with the Washington side of it, but
I'll tell you,
we definitely gonna light it up.
You won't have that much talking about if the Cowboys lose to the Rams. You can forget that shit.
Ooh.
Cowboys, and I'm telling you, it's very possible that they could lose to the Rams.
Yeah.
Looking ahead to our game.
It's hard. And it's hard stopping Cup and what's that boy name? That rookie? Or Ivani or whatever the boy name is. That boy is what? They showed it too. He's like what was he, third in receiving yards? No,
Yeah.
that's the running back one. Where'd that receiver one come on? I think his name was on the list too.
Yeah,
And Cub's name wasn't even on the list.
don't be surprised if the Rams.
Yeah, that guy, he got 752 yards as a rook.
Yeah, don't be surprised if the Rams tear into that ass.
I hope it happens. I want to see it happen. Puka. Yeah, Puka, that was insane, man. But yeah, I want to see it happen. Cause what that'll give them what? They'd be 5-3.
Yeah.
And then if we win, when we win, we're gonna be 7-1, 5-3. That's 2 games.
Yeah.
And then we beat them. That'd be a 3-game lead. The division would be a wrap already.
Yeah.
We could go ahead and lock it up for playoffs, man. Are you benching anybody to come to last week if the division's already wrapped up and we already got the say we locked down the number 1 seed by week 14, 15? Are you really resting your players, or are you gonna let them keep playing to the end?
No, I'm gonna rest them. I'm gonna rest some players.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna rest Jalen.
What about the backup quarterback spot? Do you think you're gonna see anything out of we blow them out like that? You think we're gonna see the same old, Mariota? Or
no, Mariota's the same. He's
not a good backup to me no more. After watching him play that one time, I was just like horrible.
I don't really give a shit about no backup because if we lose Jalen, I'm out any fucking way. So
it's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're not gonna take Foles love?
Yeah, I love all that. I love it, but we ain't got a Nick Foles on this team.
We do, but definitely he's on the sideline. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
If we had to call him back in the battle, I bet you he'd come.
Yeah.
Storming back to Philly, baby. Storming back to. But all right, guys, my score prediction will be, dang, that was a good score prediction you picked. I'm gonna say 38-17 Eagles. I don't know. I think in the garbage time they might score against our backups, maybe. So I'm gonna say 38-17 Philadelphia. We bring those brooms out in Washington. Hopefully, everybody going to the game has their brooms ready, because that's gonna be the first of 3 more sweeps for the division, baby. It's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait for them, man. Any last words, OG, before we get out of here?
No, we good, man. We covered everything.
We covered everything. Well, like I always say at the end of my videos, fly, Eagles, fly. Salute to all you guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Go get you the Howie Roseman King of the Cap shirt from the Primp Chaps.
Yeah.
And we out.
Peace.
What is up, everybody? It's Bird Game 31 with OG.